In part 3 of our series on stopping terrorist financing, we learn more about what's being done to protect and preserve international cultural property. VOA's Carolyn takes us behind the scenes as experts brief Congress on ways to stop cultural genocide.
The Congressional Task Force to Stop Terrorist Financing recently investigated why ISIS is looting cultural treasures and selling antiquities. Experts told Congress the destruction of antiquities goes beyond the funding of terrorism and amounts to cultural genocide, which history has shown precedes actual genocide.
The destruction or sale of these antiquities is also part of IS's apocalyptic worldview, in which anything outside of its perverse and disgusting vision of Islam must be destroyed. The loss of these historical treasures is a tragedy. To keep our country safe, we must be one step ahead of IS.
Isn't ISIS or other motivations in the destruction and marketing of these cultural items really an issue of trying to establish cultural superiority?
If you look over the 20th century, and we do a little bit of study of history here, the genocides that end up happening, the Holocaust during World War II, Jews weren't incarcerated and murdered immediately because there's a key component of the theft and destruction of these objects, and that's the process of humiliation. We're going to detain you. We're going to put you in concentration camps. But while you're alive, we're going to steal the things and destroy the things which define you as a civilization. And yeah, we're going to kill you later on, but we're not going to do it yet. And we saw this in Bosnia-Herzegovina. We've seen this in Mali, the destruction in Timbuktu of Islamic treasures by people that are purporting to be followers of Islam. But these are treasured relics that defined that civilization.
The UN considers the destruction of cultural heritage sites by ISIS in Iraq and Syria to be an international war crime. Property losses may range from $3 to $6 billion US annually. The Council of Museums described it as the largest scale destruction of cultural heritage since World War II. Experts say the goal of ISIS is to erase history.
When an archaeological site is looted, the contextual relationship among the artifacts and other remains is destroyed, thereby permanently preventing us from fully understanding and reconstructing our past. Unfortunately, the looting of archaeological sites is big business, often carried out on an organized, industrialized scale and in response to market demand.
ISIS, as Patty mentioned, also destroys cultural heritage. It does so, however, for propaganda purposes. It loots what it can sell, it destroys what it cannot. Large monuments like these end up being destroyed because they allow ISIS to demonstrate its ability to act with impunity and the impotence of the international community to do anything about it.
Experts made the case that it is the responsibility of all governments of the United Nations to safeguard and preserve the heritage and cultural history of civilization. Carolyn, VOA News, Washington.